do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Warren Buffett. Wow.
It's the big, big conversation.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I've heard a lot of young people say they're genuinely confused about investments. They want to save, they do save, but somehow their savings end up saving them. And with the kind of economy we're in right now, let's be honest, many people's pockets are bleeding, literally. So how do we find the balance? How do we survive and still grow financially? Okay, joining us today is Olufunke Adetunji, also known as the Money Queen. She's a finance consultant, social entrepreneur, philanthropist, business coach, public speaker, and mentor. She is also the managing director and chief executive officer of Hansbrough Forte Financial Services Limited. And this Money Queen is going to be talking money with us on the show. Welcome to the big conversation.
Thank you. Good morning.
We're happy to have you over here.
You're welcome.
Lovely. I'm the Edo Queen. I did not tell you before. So the Edo Queen and the Money Queen on the table today. Love it. So I love that we're talking money matters. This is a very pivotal conversation in the country today. So, I mean, before our guest speaks to the other ladies, I don't know, do you have one financial, habit that so far has helped you or sustained you over the years that you feel, okay, thank God I started doing this and, you know, I'm seeing the benefits now? DT.
Okay, so for me, I automate what I save. That means I'm not thinking, okay, when's the end of the month I'm going to put this in. It's already automated. So what comes in would move by itself to where it should go on the date it's supposed to go. So that helps me to discipline myself. If not, I might just be assuming I will save at the end of the month, and I find that I've been there several times that I end up not saving it. So I had to make up my mind to automate what I want to save so that it goes
immediately. Love it.
For me, I just lock it. Because I'm also, I find that if I don't lock it, so I use maybe apps like Herconomy. I use Herconomy. So I know there's Piggyvest and other kind of apps like that as well. So I use it and I make sure I lock it. So that way, for example, if I know I need to take out of it maybe in an emergency, I know I'm going to pay a lot. And because I don't want to pay that much. So I just keep it locked. That's what I do.
I love it. I think thankfully, my parents were able to instill in us the saving culture. So right from when we were small, this person has given you money, they would say, okay, you pay your tithes and you still keep some. And, thankfully, that is what has helped me, through the whole money journey so far. But now to our Money Queen. Okay, we see that a lot of people genuinely are being more woke to the need to save or to the need to invest, but don't particularly know where or how to start. So how would you advise that young person or even older person who is trying to put their finances together on how to map out their finances properly?
Okay, thank you. So what I tell people is, if you really want to save and you actually mean you want to save, don't look at the interest. The interest should not be your target, like, oh, how much am I earning? 50%. First thing you should check is the security of your principal. How much you want to put in and what you're going to get at the end of the day will not matter when the principal disappears. So the first thing is, where do I want to keep my money? Is it safe? We see a lot of all these schemes, come and double your income, come and do these, and people put their money in there, all because they want fast money, So I tell people, first thing is, where I want to keep my money, how safe it is. Check who are the directors, how long have they been in business. Fine. Then after that, you can now compare interest. And most times, the higher the risk, the higher the interest. If you are taking your money to bank A and bank B, the bank that is stronger is likely to give you less interest. But the other bank that is actually giving you the higher interest, especially in Nigeria now, for most commercial banks, they are safe. It doesn't mean they are not safe, but it's just because they have more customers coming down to them. So make sure that you are not just checking the interest. Check that this person, my money is safe and my money will come back. Then after that, how much do I want to save? Why do I want to save? Why a lot of people don't save is because they don't really have a why. okay, you're on the TV show today, Harmony Queen saying save, 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 and you don't have a purpose, then you, for savings, you are going to save if you will save, but at the end of the day, you will unsave.
That's your
Yeah.
savings.
You unsave. So I tell people that when you want to save, have a budget. What and what am I saving for? So I have this acronym that I used to explain to people that divide your income into C, D, E, F plus P. C is charity. For a Muslim, it can be your zakat. For a Christian, it could be your tithes. But for someone like me, I'm a Christian, I do my tithe, I do my charity. You will tell me that, share the income that is not enough. You want me to be dividing it. It doesn't really take so much. But I tell people, that charity that you do is what keeps the remaining. Yeah. Maybe you're a Muslim, a Christian, a pagan, whatever it is, if you check your holy book, it's there. Yeah, you have to give because giving is a multiplier. Whatever you give comes back to you in multiple folds. Then the next one is D, which is your day-to-day. That is, keep that money for your day-to-day, your transportation, your feeding, you know, stuffs like that. I know you still tell me, share that money is enough. It's enough. Because if you can't eat chicken, then eat fish. But fish is expensive now. Eat that's it. Rice, nothing. Yeah, life is in phases. You understand? So you keep money aside for your D, then we move to E, which I call enjoyment. If you don't enjoy yourself and you keep saving, if you don't enjoy yourself, if you don't enjoy yourself and you keep saving, one day you feel like and you just go, you just do everything. That's the word. I was having a conversation with my sister during the holiday. You know, she has access to cards and co, and she wanted to buy a Coach bag, which was about $965. And I was telling her that you could actually wait. She didn't really like that idea. So when we were going back home, and we're just talking about this. So when I got to the enjoyment part, she said, now you are talking my mind. Because she was feeling like, how can I be working so much and I can't reward myself? So such expensive things could be your reward. And my own enjoyment could not be your enjoyment. My own enjoyment could be massage, could be, you know, it could be something small. In fact, a friend of mine said our own enjoyment is parfait. Just give her parfait and she feels like, Wow. So she said, just give me parfait and I feel like I'm living my life. So make sure you save for your enjoyment and from time to time, enjoy it. Let it be in your budget. Then I go to F, which I call financial freedom. That's the kind of savings that, Banjo, you don't touch it for no reason. Because people will come with excuses. People that are not disciplined, they will come and teach you how to spend your own money. That is when you start saving towards your future. That person will tell you, my child is in the hospital.
Bring the emergency and turn it into
yours. Financial freedom account is an account that advises that if possible, don't touch it for at least 3 years. I usually tell people, if you've been saving for a long time, I would say 7 years. But if you have not been saving, if you're a beginner, I would say 3 years. Let it keep growing. If you're going to invest into something later, start reading about it. If you're going to build a business, start reading about that business. Keep building that money. That money is for your future. That money is the money that you will be proud of yourself that, oh, I have this kind of money. So I have that. Then after A, B, C, D, F, G, yes, and that is gratitude account. What is gratitude account? A lot of people call it emergency account. I don't call it emergency because I believe that thing you talk about comes to you. So when you say emergency, it keeps coming. Yeah, it keeps coming because when you're expecting it, it is coming. But I call it gratitude because whatever happens, once you are still alive, to pick money from that account, you have every reason to be grateful. So, yeah, your tire has issues, blah, 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 and you didn't plan for it. It's because you have a car now. You understand? The child is sick is because you have a child. So you keep such money aside because if you don't keep that money aside, that your financial freedom that you're saying you are keeping for 3 years, when such gratitude issues comes up, you will go and pick the money. And like my sister here said, she said if she locks away money and she wants to take out of it because she doesn't want to lose money, she won't go there.
Yeah.
But when that emergency comes, like emergency, you go touch hands and you will lose the money.
Yeah.
So, but if you have something set aside for it, by the time such emergency comes, you have access to it.
I like that. That's such
Yeah,
a...
so it prevents you from unsaving your savings.
Right.
All these other savings is to protect these financial freedom savings. And the last one I call it is the P, which is your project. You want to buy a car, you want to build a house. In fact, a project could be buying a phone, depending on how much you earn. If you earn
For a
so
content
much,
creator, yes.
a phone could be
True.
something
That's
you
what
just
you
walk into a store, you buy 10. But if you earn a little, you may have to save 6 months to buy one.
Yeah.
So you plan towards your project too. Once you plan ahead, it helps you to organize your life, and you will be
Precisely.
able to know that this money I'm saving
Yeah.
is for this purpose.
Amazing. I think the challenge people have, especially young people, especially with saving their money, is because they live above their means.
Yeah.
Because I mean, somebody with maybe 100,000 naira or even less, maybe minimum wage, they probably would ask, how would I do charity? How will I do daily? How will I do enjoyment with just this amount? Especially if they are, family people, they probably have school fees to pay, they have rent to pay. These are the questions on their mind. But I know even for people that earn stable income, their issue is their enjoyment. They want to go and buy that Coach bag when their enjoyment should be parfait. They would want to do a lot more. They would take on a lot more than they can.
But then that's the thing,
accommodate.
everything's relative. What's big salary to somebody, maybe tiny, somebody earning 500K to somebody else is like, what will I do with that? So even living above your means is everything is relative. So that's why I always say, you look, we've talked about it on the table before about how have a meeting with you yourself and you, and I think comparison is oftentimes where it starts, and stuff like that.
That's why I tell people that when you want to start saving, self-esteem, work on your self-esteem first.
Yes.
Because when you're not disciplined and you don't have good self-esteem, you want to impress people that doesn't even love you. Yeah, you can wear okerika up to toe and walk boldly into a presentation that will earn you billions of naira. And nobody will know.
Yes.
But some people, once you are not seeing that big name, you are not seeing that big brand, they are not comfortable. So you have to work on your self-esteem. That's what I wear doesn't define me. It is what I carry. Of course, I'm not saying don't look good. I'm not saying walk shabbily, but avoid tags, avoid big names.
Brands,
if that is going to just eat into your income, avoid it. Play at your level where you are. There is this whatever that Mrs. Awoshika said. She said she was on the plane and she was carrying a bag, some thousands of dollars, and there was this lady that was admiring that bag. She said, I'm sorry that this bag will just be maybe something little from what one of our companies will pay her. But this young lady, possibly even if she's saving for 10 years,
she still might not be able to
and she
pay for
wants
it.
such. So please play at your own level, have your why, and get your self-esteem top notch. Once you do that, you know that I don't have anybody to impress. All I have to impress is myself.
Great. Yeah, I love that you've touched on that. But let's dive quickly into investments. I think we need to understand the thin line between savings and investments as well, because I see that there's a need for people to step outside of just saving, for 3 to 7 years, like you've said, and investing in something, say land. I mean, now we hear of bonds, and a lot of people are confused. So what's the difference between saving and investing?
Okay, so I'd say that it's quite difficult to start investing if you don't save, especially when you're not earning so much. So as a young person, when you start earning, you start putting money together, 5K, 10K, 100K, 1 million, and you build it to a certain level. Then you move it to investment. However, there are some investments that you can actually do with 5,000 naira. So most times what we use to define investments and savings to differentiate is the interest rate and the tenor. However, you can actually save for 10 years. So most times it's the tenor and the interest rate, because we believe that the return on investment are usually higher than savings. But there are some savings that are doing higher than some investment. So how long you are able to save? It's like I'm investing into my future, just like the name implies, you're putting something into future. So that is investment. Then savings is, a little here and there. There are a lot of high yields savings accounts that will pass for what interest you will get on an investment. So that's it.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so DT, now my question to you is, you've shared how, you know, you have that discipline already. Whatever comes in, there's a certain percentage that goes into saving. And now, just like we've talked about, there are a number of trends that we see with young people, even older people, with how their financial status is. So what would you say is like the money mistakes that we see some of these people make now that they need to avoid? I mean, we've already mentioned, you know, spending above your means. Yeah. So other money mistakes that you can highlight.
Okay, so I believe personally that saving, when you are saving, is a culture you have to, you know, imbibe. You have to imbibe. It's a gradual, because most of us, you know, we like to, like we said, live above our means and you just want to impress people, pepper them and all that. But we find out that it's a culture. There was a time I had issues with saving. This money must finish. I said, this money has been entered. We can't find, you can't even take records. So I think we need to be the accountability is one of, people are not accountable. When money comes in, you must be meticulous to be able to know this. I mean, also budget for money. People don't budget. There's no budget. That's one of the things. You just, money comes in, that you don't have any, you are not sending the money on errand. And when you're not sending your money on errand, your money will send you on errand. That's just the truth. So you tell the money where it should go. We don't have that culture. When money comes in, you just be wondering, okay, how did I spend this money? But I had 500,000 now. Before you know it, the money has gone. So culture of saving, one, keeping money, knowing that we need to, you know, keep money for future, for growth, for expansion. If you are doing business, you have to save. When I started as a young business owner, I didn't know all this. So when money comes in, I've just been wondering at the end of the month, there's no money left. And I look at what entered the account. It's a lot of money, but I just can't capture it. So I believe that one of the things we put, no budget, we don't have any budget for money. We don't tell money where it should go. So like you said, when it comes in, I know that this is going to this account, this is going to this account. I tell money where it should go. So if you don't have that type of habit or culture, you're going to have problem. And then you have no, you know, discipline. No discipline. I should be today, I should be tomorrow. You must want to please somebody. Exactly. When you have that culture also, you have problem. You can't say no. You can't decide that today they have called blue. I can't wear the one the lace. I can't buy the lace.
I want it before. I cannot wear
I'll wear my blue and still look good. But you want to, you know, please everybody. You can't say no. So those are some of the issues that I think we have as, you know, those who are. Then we don't have people around us that can also encourage us. I have, maybe like 5 years now. I have a what do you call it? Local ajo. We are now raising up to 55 million. Yes, amongst us. Yes, please. Amongst us. Yes. Wow. People, I saw people grow from 20K per month to 500,000 because we are teaching each other. You know, I'm encouraging. I say, okay, she did. I wish I have to increase my how much I'm saving because we're a community. We created a community. So yes, people don't. You are not in any community. You are not listening to any coach. You are not. You are just on your own. You can't go anywhere. You just be there. So that's why people like you know, are very, very important because you have to listen to somebody. You have to know what to do with your money, know where to put your money and all that. So I was there before, but now it's different because I've learned from people. I also have a community of women that are raising money, that are, you know, and now we have a real estate person, a woman that is also teaching us, okay, you can now invest here. These are the investments, and somebody say, okay, there is a, you know, all these bonds and whatever is out, somebody's sharing, so we know that okay, we can put our money and put them. I do say, save on piggy vest. Like she said, I started with 5,000 naira. And I'm watching the money. I've not it's a real estate investment. I've not touched it in 5 years. And I'm watching it grow. You know, those are I started with 5,000 and I bought another. Somebody wants to sell on that same platform. I bought another 10 units. 15 units. Before you know it, you'll be amazed at what you do next 5 years. So I think we don't have all this. And knowledge is power. When you don't know it, you can't apply it.
Yeah, so I was going to add that because a lot of people now are talking about bonds, stocks, and all of it, and sometimes they just rush to jump on the train without actually learning or educating themselves on how do I do this, which one is low risk investments, which one is high risk investments, when do I buy, when do I sell, all of those things. So I think, you know, the financial knowledge is also very important. So before you make any financial decision, you know what it's going to do, how it would affect you. And just like you mentioned, your principal is very, very important. So we don't hear this person scammed you, you know, this person scammed you, essentially. So I think it's very, very vital to always equip yourself with that knowledge. And that's why we're having this conversation. But just winding down a little bit, for someone who is starting out now, how can they start to invest even with small income? Say, for example, minimum wage is 70,000 naira. Thankfully, it's not going to be taxed. But this is a family man or family woman who maybe has a child or two, and they want to put their finances in order. How do they save and how do they invest with that 70,000 naira?
With your 70,000 naira, you will be taxed though. And then also the pension. Yes, she said they will not be taxed. You will be taxed.
No, they're not going to be.
It's less than 800.
No, it's less than.
Yes, but if you it's some.
No. Everybody making 70K per month is
they won't be
taxed.
taxed.
It's
saving, yeah.
That means you make like 70 times 12 is how much?
Yes.
It's less
That's
than
more than 800.
Okay, the first
Exactly.
the first 800. Okay, 70 times
So that's
12 is I think 960. So
I think they're still
the
not
first
in the
800.
range of the.
But they will not be taxed.
They
will not be
are, I
taxed
know.
as
I'm
much.
saying it categorically, you will be taxed.
It won't
That's
be
what I'm
taxed.
because there's a
saying. But it's just
little
little,
amount.
but you will be
to-
taxed. Yes.
It won't be taxed as much. Yes.
Okay, so I would say save before you spend. Save before you spend. And like she said, automate your savings. If you save before you spend, no matter how small, by the time you are collecting your money and you see, you will be telling myself, so nani be this. There was this savings product we launched last year, July, towards Christmas, and a lot of people started, you know, even new clients, they started, and when it was Christmas, the kind of prayer I was getting, it was as if all our clients were pastors.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, because, we told them you can save as low as 5,000 naira, and people were cashing out, even in millions. A woman sent me a message. She said, as of today, I've saved 3-point-something million, and if I didn't do the savings, I don't know where this money would have gone to. Would have gone to.
And that's
Yes.
the truth. That's the
So
truth,
for
yes.
somebody earning as low as 70,000 naira, decide how much you're going to save. And I tell people, try as much as possible. Once you can feed, once you can eat, then you should save 10% of whatever comes into your account. Yeah.
It's 10% by
Save
10%.
minimum 10%.
Okay.
Yeah. When you graduate, you can go to 50%, you can go to 80%, depending on how much you're earning. But try to save 10%. And you know, that will build discipline. When you now build discipline, when the income increases, you are able to increase how much you're saving. And in the past, like almost 12 years that I've been running this company, I've not seen anybody that was saving maybe 100,000 and came back to save 50. No.
You only increase.
They
you
keep
always
increasing.
Yeah.
People saving 5,000 last year will increase to 10,000, or rather they will stay on the same spot. But going back, I've never seen it. So which means that when you get disciplined, you find out that it's not that you don't have money.
Yeah.
You just don't have discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the person should start small and save before you earn. If possible, automate, because there are some savings that they have good returns and they are not automated. So if you can automate, just make sure you take it out first.
Yeah.
Because once the money is not there, you don't have access to it.
True.
And you will just cope. You will find out that one way or the other you manage.
Yeah.
The extra that you're supposed to do is what you will not do.
I
So,
agree. I also wanted to add that don't normalize. I was watching this content on social media today where the guy was saying, don't normalize borrowing, for example, for a wedding. Don't normalize. For me, borrowing is so strange for me that if I owe somebody 10 naira, I literally cannot sleep. But some people have normalized, oh, I can always borrow. And that's so much that they borrow for their weddings,
Everything.
which is where you feed people and they go back to their houses and you are left with debts. They borrow for everything. So I'll say, except it's something like maybe like a business, don't normalize borrowing.
Yeah.
Is one thing I would
like
also
that,
say.
Yeah, I also
So if you're going to drink your gari.
Yes.
I always do that. Like, this is what I'm left with. I'm going to drink this gari. But the urge to, let me just
within your
borrow.
means.
Exactly, absolutely.
I watched the video and, you know, the lady was sharing how it's not particularly like she's buying big bags. Like when she started tracking her finances, like literally every day she's saying, okay, this is what I spent on. This is how much I spent on data. This is how much I spent on transportation. And then she realized she'll get her scorecard at the end of the week, and then she realized that it was not the amount of money she was spending on her transport or what she was using to do her data or collate for her rent, but it was the buns here that she would buy, the sausage that she would buy, the parfait that she was buying almost every 2 days, that was sucking her funds, that was bleeding her pockets. So she had to, she had to restructure her mind and put the funds to work where they need to be, and just realize that saving is discipline. And to be very honest, when you get at the end, you would be a lot happier than you would be if you were spending it on bonds and co. To be very honest, but I think it's been such an enlightening conversation. Thank you so much, the Money Queen, for joining us on the conversation. But we still have our agree or disagree segment. So after this break, we get to see our statement of the day and defend our answers. Don't go anywhere.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk.
It's still the big conversation, and we've been talking about smart money moves, how to make your money work for you. We have the Money Queen with us, but of course it's time for our agree or disagree segment. We're going to see a statement on the screen, and we're going to have to agree or disagree and defend our answer. So let's see today's statement for the day. Talking money. Okay, saving money alone is a financial trap if you are not investing. Saving money alone is a financial trap if you're not investing. Agree or disagree? Saving money alone is a financial trap if you're not investing.
Right. Let me.
So you have to agree or disagree. Did you agree or disagree? The financial trap if you're not.
Pick a side.
Can I do this?
Yeah.
Agree.
We call it jaggery.
Agree. If you're in the
I think
middle.
I'm going to do the agree today.
Okay.
Because savings is not, if you are not investing, you could also be saving for projects, as in it might not be investment but projects, and you still move forward. It can just be slower, very slow. So if I raise like maybe 5 million from my savings and I'm able to use it for a particular project, I'm moving forward in a way. I'm achieving something. I'm still better than the person that is not saving anything. But if I'm investing, I've definitely taken one step ahead of the person that is just saving, that is not investing. So I would not agree totally and I will not disagree. So I'm in the middle. So I would just want to say to those who are saving, take a step forward and send the money on here and invest it in, like she said, with knowledge, the right place, and then get returns. And keep saving. Don't say because I'm not using for investment. Savings is important, it's life. At least you need it for something. You will have something to go to. If you have nothing anywhere to go to, it can be a disaster. If you maybe health issue comes up, nothing anywhere to even, before people rise to help you, you can at least do something on your own. It will be a disaster. So saving culture is very, very important. But investment is life.
Okay. Money Queen, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm doing this. I support everything she has said. And I would like to add something. When I was talking about the difference between investment and savings, do you know that there are some savings that you earn more income than investments? So because we call it savings doesn't mean that we are not making money from it. I have a mentor that most of his income comes from his savings and is doing very well. So I'm not saying don't invest, but just make sure that, like she said, make sure that you have good returns on whatever you are saving on. So if you are saving, possibly because you want to invest. And if you are saving, you could be earning more than somebody that says, I am investing. So choose wisely. Ask, where am I putting my money? What returns is coming? Because what we are concerned about is the returns. And the way a lot of financial products are coming up, we hear a lot of savings, investment, because of what the central bank will allow you to call your product. So it could be called a savings product, but It's actually an investment product. So that's why I agree and
disagree.
Yes.
Disagree. Okay, Ronnie, do you agree or disagree?
I mean, I was with my full chest because
Disagree?
Yes, I disagree because I had a problem with the trap, because a trap means you can't get out of something. So, like DT said, it's just a first step. I mean, you don't jump to just investing. If someone doesn't have a saving culture, I doubt that they will even have an investing culture. So it starts from somewhere. And I also wanted to say that, just like she said, I don't want to mention the app that I said I save on before, but at the end of the month, I get like 10%, sometimes 8%, 12%, yes, on my savings, just keeping it locked there. And so I use that, I put it in my floats, and I use that for my enjoyment. And my money is still there. Do you understand? So there are people who are saving, and they're actually
You're taking the
so you get the interest, yes,
interest from your savings
exactly,
to enjoy.
to
Is that allowed?
That is allowed. My life is allowed. I don't understand.
All the time. I'm not so sure,
Okay.
but once in a while she can just say today, oh please.
Okay.
I
It was
want
just
to
one
save
of
you
my,
just,
just
Okay.
one app, so I just use that for something. Yes,
Okay,
exactly. I don't
okay,
get this. It keeps
strategy.
my eye off, the
reward.
exactly
Okay.
the money.
All right, so I'm still in the middle a little, to be honest, but maybe let me tilt towards agreeing more, because I feel like my mind has been open to a lot more about savings now, because I'm like, if I can save up to, you said somebody save up to 5 million, be 3 million in a year, if in 5 months. So I'm like, if you can save that much and is relatively low risk, then maybe it's even better to do that, because trust me, a lot of people are scared to invest. Some people are lazy to even know about investing. When you bring real estate, they will come and say, with all this land grabbing and all of it, so they would rather maybe just do what is what they understand and what is safe. So if they found a system to save and it's paying them, you know what, let me just stick with what I know. The day I now decide to put that money, that's the day I'll not come and hear story. But I mean, I think that's why this conversation is important. It's just to find the right ones, get the financial coach, get the financial knowledge, and you make the right decisions, to be very honest, and you won't have any fears, to be very honest.
Issues that touches them.
Precisely. stories that touch. And I think for me, one particular question I have as well is for people who now want to kickstart a business, and they want to see how they want to put their money, their income back into their business. Is there like a system they can even devise where I have my income or profit from my business, but I want to invest it back into my business? How would they go about it? Yes.
Okay, that's what I call capital injection. You are putting capital back into your business. And what are you giving your investors? Then you should give yourself too. Yeah, you should give it to yourself. Because if you are not putting that money, there's possibility that you go to the bank to go and collect the money and you're going to pay interest. So pay yourself. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it's good to pay yourself as well. And
Yeah,
invest
apart
in
from
business.
your normal salary from your business, you pay yourself for putting money into your business.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, great one from the Money Queen. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Thank you for the enlightenment. Thank you for the shared knowledge as well. We'll take our wise words on the web just before we close. Let's see what our wise words has to say. Okay, DT, can you read, please?
Okay, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Warren Buffett. Wow.
Okay, great words from Warren Buffett. Do not save. Oh, can we see on the screen too? Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after. Okay. So it's allowed.
It's allowed.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
Woo! Was DT's birthday. But we're not here, so we're celebrating her today.
Yes.
Happy birthday, belated happy birthday. We can never
Not
forget
at
you.
all.
Happy birthday, DT.
Belated happy birthday. We celebrate you, and we love your voice on this table. We love your drive, and we say belated happy birthday. Amazing.
Thank you for adding a dash of red to the table all the time, and for your words of wisdom, and for just being, our DT. We appreciate you. Belated happy birthday.
Belated happy
Yay.
birthday. Amazing. What an amazing show. We hope you've enjoyed every bit of it, and most importantly, hope you've clocked some things, okay? Now it's time for implementation. Save, Invest, make smart money choices. Cut the costs, avoid impulse spending, and let your money work for you. Even if you pick just maybe one or two things from today's conversation, grow with it, build on it, and keep learning so you won't always be looking for urgent 2K to survive the rest of the month. Okay? A big thank you to our guests for such a powerful conversation. Thank you so much, Ma, for the insight. And thank you to the ladies for sharing as well. Thank you to our beautiful audience for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of
The Big Conversation.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk. From the heart of the nation we all take that walk. Through the fire, through the facts we don't hold back. It's the big, big conversation. Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk. From the heart of the nation we all take that walk.